So here we are. This is your first worksheet now. And what we're going to do is learn the names of the pitches of the white keys on the keyboard and the intervals between each pair of white keys on the keyboard. So we're going to start by going from A up to A. And as you remember, the black keys on the keyboard are in groups of 2 and 3, an alternating pattern of groups of 2 and 3. So we have a group of 2, a group of 3, 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 and that pattern just continues. And if you find any group of 3 black keys, if you look between the one in the middle and the one on the right, the white key between those two is the key for the pitch A. So in any of these groups of 3, if you find the white key between the black key in the middle and the black key on the right, that is A. So down here, we've reproduced a little chunk of the keyboard from A up to A. Because of the way this is split up, these are the 2 black keys on the group of 3, and this is the top black key in the group of 3. If you can imagine it going from that A up to that A. That's why it looks like that. And so the first thing we're going to do is just write in the names of the pitches on the appropriate keys. And you remember they go from A up to G alphabetically, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then they start repeating again on A, and just keep going like that. So we're going to write those in there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then now to get a better sense of the intervals between them, the first thing we're going to do in these boxes is fill in the pattern of white keys and black keys. So here we have a white key, and then here the next key is a black key, so we're going to fill this one in. And then we have a white key, then another white key, and then a black key. So we're going to fill this one in. Feel free to do a better job than I am filling them in, but you don't have to. Anyway, the next one is a white key, then another black key. Then a white key, a white key, a black key, a white key, and finally a black key here. Oops. Then we end on another white key on the A. And then in the white keys remaining up here, the white spaces, we're going to fill in these pitches again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you remember, if 2 keys are adjacent to each other, it doesn't really matter what color they are, white keys or black keys, then they're a half step apart. And 2 half steps equals a whole step. So like from this A to this black key is a half step, but from this A to this black key, that again is 1 half step, and from this black key to this B is a half step, but from the A to the B, that's 2 half steps, 1, 2, so that's a whole step. So we're going to go through here, and above each pair of pitches on the white keys, write in whether there's a whole step or a half step between them. So from A to B is a whole step, so we're going to put a W there. From B to C, that is a half step, put an H there. From C to D, that is a whole step. From D to E is a whole step, so we'll put a W up there. E to F is a half step. F to G is a whole step. From G to A is a whole step. So in these boxes, 2 adjacent boxes are a half step apart, and if they're 2 boxes apart, or if there's a box in between them, then they're a whole step apart. So that is how to fill this worksheet out. And that is, as you see, that is your assignment for day 1. For the subsequent days, day 2, day 3, day 4. You simply copy what is in this top set of boxes. So the first thing you would do is just look at the pattern of white keys and black keys and copy that. I'll just do it real quick here. So we have black key. Start with a white key, and then here we have a black key. 2 white keys, then another black key, then a white key, then a black key, then 2 white keys, 1, 2, then another black key. Put that in there. Then a white key, another black key, and we end on a white key. So we just copy that pattern there, and then we just copy the names of the pitches in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and then just write down the intervals between them. So from A to B is a whole step, B to C, half step, C to D, whole step, D to E, whole step, E to F, half step, F to G, whole step, G to A, another whole step. So every day, just copy this, and it'll be, this will be sitting right above this when you copy it for day 3. So that'll be very easy, and I'm just having you do that to kind of cement this pattern in your mind and help you remember it, because it's like the very most basic pattern on the keyboard. So this is the first phase of doing this workshop, and then every day after you have copied out this pattern, then you go to your keyboard, whether it's a piano or a virtual keyboard, or any other keyboard will suffice, and do your playing and singing exercises for this worksheet. So we're going to do that right now. All right, so here we are at the keyboard. I'm sitting here at a full-size piano. You might have a smaller keyboard or be using a virtual keyboard. Any of that will work. So, it doesn't have to be a full-size piano. It just has to be some sort of keyboard. So the first thing we're going to do is find all the A's on whichever keyboard it is you're using. And the A, as we've said, is between the rightmost and the middle black key of each group of 3 black keys. So you can see here's a group of 3 black keys. This is the one in the middle, this is the one on the right, and the white key between those is A. So we're going to find all the A's up and down the keyboard here. So we'll start here. Actually, on a full-size piano, the very bottom one is an A2, but you don't see the black keys because, of course, it ends. So we'll start here with this group of 3 black keys. So this is the one in the middle, this is the one on the right, and the key between them is an A. 3 black keys, middle, right, key between them is an A. 3 black keys, the middle and the right, A, and you don't need to do this thing I'm doing with my fingers as you do it. I'm just doing that to help orient you in this pattern of 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 black keys to find the A. But you can just go A, and that'll be fine. So that is step 1. Step 2 is to play and sing the scale starting on A and going up white key by white key until you come to the A again and then back down. And as you sing it, use the names of the pitches. So you would sing A and go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. And then the third thing to do is to play the low A and sing that A, and the A an octave higher and sing that A, and then do the same in reverse. A. So now I'm going to do your whole daily exercise here in one fell swoop. Here we go. A, that's all there is to it.